Yesterday in the nation's capital, the Giants continued their winning ways behind one of the hottest hitters in the league, Brandon Crawford. It was the 8th win in their last 10 games. Now the road trip continues to Miami, and Madison Bumgarner makes his 2nd start of the season. Behind their ace, the Giants hope to stay hot against the Marlins. Stay tuned. Game 1 next. The road trip continues. Tonight, we're in South Florida as we get ready for Giants baseball game 1 of this 4-game series. Giants, Marlins, welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Javi Lopez. Well, really a nice series in Washington, D.C., where the Giants took 2 out of 3, including a great win yesterday. So this propels us now to a team that isn't playing as well and isn't as talented as the Nationals. So I guess the best thing to do is get off to a good start.
It's definitely what they want to do. They want to ride the momentum that they had from the weekend. And if you look at Wei and Chen's numbers, the top of the order is the ones that are doing the damage. They're hitting 400 off them, 8 extra base hits, 3 home runs. So you want to get off to a hot start, and it'll be up to Gorky's to get that going.
All right, the only change that is different is Nick Hundley is going to catch Madison Bumgarner. Buster Posey's at first. All right, stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Jack in the Box. Try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo with toasted sourdough. New from Jack in the Box.
We're in South Florida. Check out the beach. That's right. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. That's right. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. 83 degrees outside, 75 inside. You see the humidity, and the roof is closed. Here's the Giants starting lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Hernandez, Posey, and McCutchen. Longoria's got good history against Chen. Then it's Crawford, who's red hot, followed by Hundley, Big Mac Williamson, 7th, Hanson 8th, and Bumgarner 9th.
Taking the mound tonight for the Miami Marlins is Wei-Yin Chen, making his 9th start of the season. You look at the numbers there, the ERA is high, but he's starting to get the ball. He's real hot at home. This is the one place he does like to pitch. He's got 17 innings here, just 10 hits, an ERA of 1. And how he does it is primarily with the fastball. He's got 4-pitch mix, but what you're going to see, what you're going to look for tonight is against right-handers, fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. Against lefties, really just the fastball slider combo. Let's take a look at the starting lineup defensively behind Chen. Starting in the outfield from left to right will be Maben, Brinson, Anderson. On the left side of the infield will be Rivera and Rojas. On the right side is Castro and Bohr. And catching is JT Realmuto.
So here's Gorkis Hernandez as we get ready for game 1. This is a 4-game series, and the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's down low. So we get started right on time here at 7:10. Hernandez hitting .285 with 7 home runs, 13 driven in, and there's a foul back. This is what happened on Saturday. It's the one time, Javi, where I think a guy could die at home plate. He hit right in the heart.
Right in the chest. He made it to the on-deck circle the next night, so the next day he was available, but thankfully nothing worse than a big bruise he's got going.
That's a bad spot. Posey to follow, and then McCutchen. And this is popped high and foul and out of play. The Marlins lost 2 out of 3 in San Diego. The Giants won 2 out of 3 in Washington, D.C. Giants still have struggled on the road. They're 14-21 on the road. And a foul back. Two pitch, swinging a foul back.
Gorky's putting together yet another great at bat. He's really been seeing the ball well. Had a big home run in Washington this past weekend, 7th of the year. Really found a home at the leadoff spot.
And he shoots this one into right field, and that'll be a base hit. So that's how this game gets started. Bringing Buster Posey to the plate. Stay high. See the numbers for Buster: .294. He's only had 2 lifetime at bats against Chen, and he's 0 for 2. And the first pitch called by home plate umpire Jeremy Rayak, who we've never seen before. Wegner, Tom Payne, and DeMuro from first to third. Rayak. And a shot into left center field, a base hit. Getting to it is Maben. And the Giants with back-to-back singles, and here's McCutchen. Buster, by the way, in Washington, D.C. was 2 for 12. McCutchen 4 for 10 with a home run. The one guy who's faced Chen a lot is Longoria. He's had 40 at bats against Chen.
Back in his AL East days, Chen used to be an Oriole.
The overshift is on with Castro now to the left of second base. Bohr is way off the line at first. Skied into shallow left field. Rojas, the shortstop, goes out and he makes the catch. Here's the Lowe's whole team together. Highest team batting average in the majors this season. The Red Sox are on top, but not by a lot over the Giants. Then the Cubs, Braves, and Astros. So some of you might be shocked to see that. Here's Longoria. Longoria, I mentioned the 40 at bats. He's got 11 hits, 4 doubles, and 2 home runs. And the first pitch is wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Those are the numbers we're talking about. With the hottest man on the planet on deck. And a rocket to left. Maben back. Maben's going to make the catch. And off the bat, it looked like this was going to be something really good.
I think Longoria thought that too. How far would you go for a Togo? Brought to you by Togo's Pretzel Rami, and that was yesterday off the bat of the man coming up right now. 2-run shot off of Max Scherzer. Look at the numbers there. 105.6. Second deck, no doubt. Smash. And that man has been hot for 6 weeks now, 7 almost. He's going to find himself back in Washington next month.
Absolutely. He's never faced Chen before. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. So Hernandez and Posey at first and second. Crawford now hitting .338. One ball and 1 strike, and really he's done it against lefties, he's done it against righties, he's done it against closers, aces. It doesn't really matter.
Well, you look at the number there. He and Scooter Gennett, they're battling right now for best batting average.
And that's out of play down the left field line. He's also done that very well, is go the other way.
He has. He's really doing a great job of hitting the ball where it's pitched, not trying to do too much. Really trusting the hands. He's in a battle spot now. I mentioned before, Chen really likes to just basically throw fastball slider to these lefties and primarily working them away for the most part.
And it's high, 2-2. A lot of credit being given to Pablo Sandoval and Gregor Blanco for maybe making a suggestion to Brandon Crawford right before he got hot. Panda, hitting coach extraordinaire. Up and in, 3-2.
Hitting coach, backup third string catcher, backup first baseman, pitcher if needed.
Second
baseman, that's right. You name it, he's done it now. Seed crusher.
Jokester.
Yep.
3-2. Runners will go. Driven into center field, but with room is Brinson. And that'll end the inning. So Chen dodges here in the first. Bumgarner coming out. 0-0. By Southwest Airlines. It'll be Castro and then the very talented Brian Anderson. You can see what he's done as a rookie, followed by Romuto, Maven, and then Moore. Brinson is going to hit in the 6th slot. Then it's Rojas, Rivera, and then Chen.
Taking the mound for the Giants tonight will be Madison Bumgarner. And you look at the numbers there against the Diamondbacks. He did get the loss, but he went 6 innings, giving up just 2 earned runs. Weird to have just 3 strikeouts at him, but the Giants are happy to have him back, the 4-time All-Star, making a 2nd start tonight. And you can see right there, limited numbers, but he had a good 4-pitch mix going. With the number that jumps out on is the changeup, 17% changeups, and able to get 8 outs on him his last outing, and really kind of changing his repertoire a little bit.
Now introducing himself to the rookie umpire. Hey, I'm Madison Bumgarner. I need some pitches on the outside corner.
That's very true. Let's take a look at the defense for the Giants behind Bumgarner tonight. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Williamson, Hernandez, McCutchen. Left side of the infield, Longoria, Crawford. Right side, Hanson and Posey. And Nick Hundley will be doing the catching.
Starlin Castro steps up, hitting .289. Castro, of all these hitters for the Marlins, is the one guy that has got some ownage on Bumgarner. He's 13, make that 14 for 30. He's a hit away from hitting .500 lifetime against him, and that's to the back foot. It's a ball and a strike. He also has 3 doubles out of those 14 hits.
Always been good against left-handed pitching. Castro does a great job of kind of staying up the middle with it or hitting it to the right field, right side of the infield or outfield.
An off-speed pitch.
There was
high
a change
and wide.
up.
Yeah, you'd like to get the feel of all of your pitches in the first inning. Is popped just short of us. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Talked about that series for the Marlins in San Diego. They won the first game against the Padres, and then they lost 5-4 and 3-1. And that is how the bottom of the first inning gets started.
Pitchcast is brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. You look at that, there it is, the cutter. The bread and butter pitch, back foot. Castro had no chance right there. Quickly went away.
Here's Brian Anderson hitting at .303, 3 home runs, 30 driven in. And a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Anderson, a product of the Marlins organization. This is rolled foul. You've seen all the different trades that the Marlins made in the offseason to acquire young talent, but this is one of their own. He's only 24 years old. Actually, he just turned 25. University of Arkansas. Down low.
It's a good take for a young guy. Good try by Bum right there. Anderson has 5 hits his last 12 at bats here at home. He's been a pleasant surprise for the Marlins. Really hitting the ball well. 30 RBI is what jumps off the page for me.
Well, any young hitter is going to have to, at some point, figure out how to hit that inside pitch, the cutter, the slider that's going to run in right on his hands.
Definitely. You look at Bum, always been real good at hiding the ball, that high 3/4 release. It's got good carry through the zone. Very deceptive, very hard to pick up.
Longoria has this one skip off his glove. You can see the decision that he made was to charge it to get it on the short off, and I think that's the right thing to do. But it looked to me, Javi, like this had some good top spin.
He had a couple tough plays in Washington, getting some crazy hops down there at the hot corner. Able to make the plays in Washington. That one unfortunately got away from him. But Anderson didn't advance, just got to first, and still just a ground ball away from being out of this inning.
Here's Realmuto. And the pitch is down low. Yeah, that's the 11th error for Longoria. He only had 12 last season. Realmuto 1 for 3 lifetime against Bumgarner with a double. And a strike at the knees.
Nice slider, get back into the count.
Outfield straight away. When the Marlins started trading guys like Stanton, like Yelich, like Ozuna, I think Steen started to think, well, we're going to get this guy. We're going to get Realmuto in. But the Marlins were pretty reluctant to trade him. And there's still even talk that teams are trying very hard to get him. This is slash to right for McCutchen. Matter of fact, one of the teams that people are talking about, the team the Giants just played, the Nationals. So here's Cameron Maybin. Maybin hitting .228 with 9 runs batted in. He's got 26 at-bat history against Madison Bumgarner with 5 hits.
And he's in the lineup because he does damage against lefties, hitting .295 coming into the ball game tonight.
And this should get Bumgarner out of the inning, and it does. Longoria feeling a lot better. It's 0-0.
your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental with 19 stores to serve you in Northern California.
Here in South Florida, it's 0-0. And for the Giants, it'll be Hundley to lead things off. Hundley hitting at .273, 7 home runs, 20 driven in. With Big Mac Williamson on deck, and then Alan Hansen. And the pitch to Hundley. And he takes a strike. Hundley hit a huge home run on Saturday that could very well have propelled the Giants to a win, but they came up short. It was a 5-0 lead for the Nationals, and then Hundley went deep. Out of play.
Yeah, got him back into the ball game. Big swing. Awful lefty. Big curveball by Gio Gonzalez. The last one he threw. The rest of the day went changeup fastball after that. Hundley's been seeing the ball well. 7 hits in his last 16 at bats. It's a .438 average. So no surprise he's in the lineup tonight.
And he hooks this one foul. Well, with Belt still out, trying to recover from the appendectomy. Bruce Bochy said, hey, I'm going to play Buster at first against lefties. Foul again. And it really does get a nice, healthy hitter with some power in Hundley into the lineup.
It does. He's, like I said, he's been red hot, seeing the ball so well, fighting off 2 nasty pitches there. Keeping himself in account, looking for a mistake or a pitch he can drive.
And it also, Bruce Bochy true to his word, because it's unusual that Buster Posey's not catching Madison Bumgarner. You see the overshift. Two and two.
Great job getting back into the count. And this team, I'm impressed watching the Giants. You see Hansen being able to play, making plays, and the way Hundley's swinging. It's a dangerous bench now.
Yep. Hundley chases a high fastball.
Host your next event at AT&T Park this summer. Group tickets are the best way to experience the sights and sounds of a Giants baseball with friends, family, and colleagues. Celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, corporate off-sites, or even bachelor or bachelorette parties with group tickets. Special group packages start at 25 people. Book now by calling 415-972-2298 or visit sfgiants.com/groups.
Williamson, a drive to left, but again, Maybin's got a beat on it. 1 pitch, 1 out. 2 down for Hansen.
How about those numbers, huh?
Very impressive.
Yeah, he's doing it.
What he did is what every guy that gets called up tries to do, and that's make an impression immediately. And it's not always easy to do. And let's face it, most guys don't do it, but he did. And if he could play short occasionally, would allow Crawford to take a day off once in a while, then he's got a spot on this team for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
Takes a healthy rip. It's 1 and 2. And especially after what happened on Saturday when Crawford got the day off, and then what he did the next day, it almost makes it look like, boy, that's a great idea.
Well, he gives you a chance, especially on a long road trip, to be able to get some of your middle infielders some time off, even at the corner. He played for Longoria. He's in there now for Panic. Flexibility on long road trips, get guys rest. It's important.
Close pitch. 3-2 with Madison Bumgarner on deck. There's Bum. He got him, and that'll end the inning. Sneaky fastball, 2 strikeouts for Chen. It remains 0-0.
Wood Credit Union offers full-service banking for all that you love. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're looking into downtown Miami. Lots of water around here. It's a 0-0 ball game as Justin Bohr is going to lead things off. We have quite a good amount of Giants fans that are here at the ballpark. This little guy's brought his glove, or maybe Dad did. Use that glove to protect that little guy. That's what you need it for. Here's Bohr. Lots of power, and Bumgarner takes a long look into react like we just had this talk, didn't we? Bohr over the years has hurt the Giants with the long ball. He's never, according to our stats, which are always pretty good, faced Bumgarner before. And a call strike.
Gotta wonder what he's thinking there. Gets a 2-0 fastball from the lefty. Takes it middle. Bum will take it though.
Well, he took the 2-0 pitch. I can't imagine he would take the 3-1. Bohr's not in there to get a walk. Fair ball to Buster Posey. 1 out. Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants into your X1 voice remote, and you can get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. Here's Brinson. Brinson hitting .163, but he's got 9 home runs and 22 runs batted in.
He's long and lean, tall guy.
Yeah, those guys just look like they can cover a lot of ground in center field.
Bum's going to stick to his repertoire anyway, but that's what you're going to do with a power guy. They're trying to get their hands extended, and he's going to try to crowd him the whole time.
Brinson came in to this organization from Milwaukee in the Christian Yelich trade. It happened on January 25th of this year. There's a called strike. In his minor league days, he's always hit for an average. He's hit for power. And he was born in Fort Lauderdale. So this has got to be a pretty good place for him. It's 3-2. And a healthy rip and a foul back. You also are looking at a young player who is coming into the major leagues with that face guard. And we're seeing more and more of that. And maybe in 5 years, it'll be odd to see a player not having one.
Yeah, I think so. The velocity's coming out not only from the starters, but especially out of the bullpens. You see the Evo shield on the elbow, shin guard.
Skied into shallow right field for Hansen. 2 down. And here's Rojas. Rojas, another one of these hitters with the face guard. A lot of these Marlins hitters may have decided to try it after Giancarlo Stanton started to wear one after he got hit in the face. Rojas at 235 as he takes a strike. 7 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Next pitch is high and wide. Bumgarner 1-0 last year against the Marlins. He's 2-1 in this ballpark lifetime. Balls in 1 strike.
You see Bum mixing it up, throwing those cutters, throwing the change-ups, just trying to give a different look. Real nasty one there, bottom of the zone. Rojas committed to it. Rojas is good at going the other way, hitting the ball to right field, trying to inside out, just not able to do anything there. Nice pitch.
Hit to right. A lot of room for McCutchen, who makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning. Bumgarner's going to lead things off. It's 0-0.
is brought to you by Mr. Pickle's Sandwich Shop. Other joints are all bread and no beef. So get on over to Mr. Pickle's and get yourself a barbecue tri-tip sandwich.
Third inning here in South Florida. No score as Bumgarner waits on Chen. And he takes a pitch wide. 1 ball to no strikes. On this year for Bumgarner, he's only been up twice. He's 0 for 2. Those are his lifetime numbers. 2 balls and no strikes. Marquise Hernandez on deck, and then Buster Posey.
Big hack by the big fella, then checking, making sure that was a strike. And he's laughing about it. It's just,
These young umpires, I think at some point they're going to realize that some of the time Bum's just playing with them.
yeah, definitely.
2-2 pitch. And they're going to say he went around. They being Mark Wegner.
Look at the slider down.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah, they were quick with the call. Let's take. Yeah.
I'm not going to go with that.
I mean, he swings a tree.
Marquise Hernandez lined a single into right field to open up the ball game. Takes outside with Buster Posey on deck. Not a lot of sunshine today here in South Florida. Lots of rain in the area. Two balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Oh, real good changeup. Pulled the string there. Sets it up nicely with the pitch before. Nice changeup.
Yeah, that's a perfect location.
Corky's once again working the count, seeing the ball well.
And the walk. All right, what do we got? Start your weekend with a bang. Aha. On Friday the 22nd. Post-game fireworks. Ballpark paired with music from the Beatles. Friday the 22nd, presented by Snapple. Buy directly from the Giants at sfgiants.com. Buster Posey. Buster with a sharp single up the middle in the first. You know how you point out something and you kind of ruin it for everybody? How about the four guys with the t-shirts?
Yeah, I was hoping you weren't going to mention that. Highlighter yellow right behind home.
Yeah, let's use that shot for a while. 1-0 to Buster Posey. 2 balls and no strikes.
In a ballpark that's full of colorful things.
Why that
the
color,
bright
though?
Fuchsia. It's just all kinds of. Oof. Or that Marlin out there in right and left center.
Sorry, my bad.
Shake it off. It's all right.
2-0 pitch. Posey hits a high fly ball to deep left. Maben is going to have room. And Hernandez is going to tag, and he's going to make it. The ball squirts away. I'm thinking, Buster's thinking, I just missed that one.
Gorky's just fixing the oven mitt. There he is. Buster definitely wants that one back.
Yes, he does. McCutchen popped out to Rojas at short in the first. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Nice sharp action on that slider to get ahead in the count. Flipped the big curveball in first time up against him to get ahead in the count.
We're watching McCutchen's average slowly move up. He's at 259 right now.
He's been a victim of bad luck. He's absolutely squaring up a lot of baseballs, putting together real good at bats.
There's a strike, 1 and 2.
Just a paint pellet down and away. Not much you can do with that.
I haven't seen him. He's not a bat thrower or a helmet thrower. Overshift is on, and the 1-2. Justin Bohr, the lone defender on the right side of the diamond. You see Castro is flipped over to the other side. Three and 2.
These Giants hitters are just a lot of confidence every time somebody's in that box and working the counts, looking for a zone, certain pitch that they can do some damage with. Cutchin's in that spot now.
On the ground towards the hole. It's going to be in and out of the glove of Rivera. It'll be a hit, and Longoria is going to come up. Rivera definitely had a shot at throwing out McCutchen.
Hey, lays out for it. Hits on the heel of the glove, it looks like, and then he pops up. Just taking a peek and making sure he didn't know what he wanted to do. Great jump. Good anticipation. Just ends up almost over sliding it a little bit off the heel of the glove. Keeps it in play, but that brings up another guy that's been squaring up the ball. Evan Longoria.
And he did in the first inning. Only to have it tracked down by Maven.
Leads the Giants with 32 RBIs.
Foul. Crawford on deck. We're in the top of the third inning, just underway. Marlins Park.
They're making Chen work. This will be the 56th pitch.
1 and 2.
Pulled the string, change up, 1-1 count. Now it's 2-strike battle time.
Well, Longoria is back in Florida. It's not Tampa, but it is Florida. He's back in the humidity. Now he's got a little limp going.
Took that one right off the toe. Some very orange New Balances on. Get another look at him. Oh,
you're right. Back toe. 1 and 2. Foul back. Oof. Went at him with a high fastball.
It's one you're thankful to get back if you're pitching. Trying to locate something down and away and you miss up middle. Longo put a good swing on it. See it there. This will be the 26th pitch this inning.
Up the middle and a base hit, and the Giants are on the board. Hit them where they ain't, in an RBI single, and that'll bring up Crawford.
Corky's high-fiving his teammates there, and Longoria just doing a good job. You've seen all the pitches. They've been working them. Tries to bury a little bit of a slider down and away. Longoria doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. Just hits it where it's pitched, right up the middle. Keeps the line moving and adds to his team leading RBI total and brings up the hottest man in baseball. Not a bad plan.
And he hit the ball well into center field, but caught in the first. And he takes low. It's such an interesting box score today when you looked at the Giants win. A lot of offers for both teams, and then one guy goes 4 for 4. I mean, that really is one of those. Well, he's the best kid at the picnic
against the best pitcher in the game.
Yes.
It was an impressive day for him for sure.
There was 8 total hits in the game, and he had 4 of them.
4 of them, and extra base hits too, not just singles.
Just off the plate, 2 balls and a strike.
Chen wanted that one. That was definitely down and away. Rio Muto doing the best he could to bring that one up, but that was off, and now he's back in a hitter's count. See it down and away, trying to frame it. And now if you're Crawford, you're looking kind of one pitch, one spot, probably something away.
Two and 2.
Good action on that off-speed pitch.
Well, that 4 for 4 really wasn't even his best game ever. It was the game he had here.
That's right.
Out of play. Most hits in a single game, and it wasn't yesterday. It was in 2016 where Brandon Crawford had 7 hits in a 14-inning game.
That was a long game too. Not for him though. 7 hits, he doesn't care.
No. Up the middle. Slowed down, but Rojas there. He steps on the bag, and that'll end the inning. Giants on the board. It'll be Rivera, Chen, Castro coming up. Bottom of the third, Trey Turner. You just got picked off. Turner was not happy with it. In the 7th inning, Brandon Crawford puts a tag on Michael Taylor for the 2nd out of the inning. Hey. Nope, you did not get back in time, and that's our smart play brought to you by your Northern California Ford dealers.
And he said he was just trying to keep Buster's terrible throw down to second in front of him.
Of course.
And then he listened and he thought that he slid off the bag.
Here's Rivera, who takes a pitch down and in for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Yadiel Rivera hitting 176.
Can't be afraid to take a shot at your all-star catcher when you got a chance.
There's a called strike. And that got Rivera.
That big 6'3" frame just got knocked down an inch or two, I think. Gets the cutter in. Oh, once again. No matter how much protection you can wear off the knee, off the back of the calf, off the heel.
Plus you can't wear protection on the back knee.
No, that's a bad look.
2-2.
Good idea. Double up. Tried to break them all there, the big curve.
Chen is on deck, so you'd have to think that Rivera is going to get something to hit. Got him.
Well, the Warriors championship parade is tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. on NBC Sports Bay Area. Stick with the teams you've been with all season long for the best parade coverage in the business. Why watch the parade anywhere but the home of the authentic world champion Warriors fan, NBC Sports Bay Area, and streaming live on the NBC Sports app. 9:30 kickoff. No speeches I heard in that parade or at the end.
True. Maybe saving some guys' careers by having no speeches afterward. Chen is 2 for 13. Well, that changes everything a little bit, doesn't it?
Here's a Bay Area fan.
I mean, if you can't be in a parade, then going to a parade is great.
Yeah.
Man, he's got everything covered.
Sun's out, guns out.
One and two. Rivera didn't think this was a strike. We'll let you be the judge. It's pretty good from here.
Looks good to me. Quality bat toss.
So Chen strikes out. Here's Castro. You know, that's one thing. It's kind of like Christmas Eve about parades, the championship parades. That never gets old. Never.
Never. John and I were talking about it yesterday. You get a lot of practice. They've done a nice job in the Bay Area.
Yes,
They've
they
had a
have.
lot of work. It's not easy.
On the first pitch, Gorkis Hernandez, side retired, shut down inning, and Hundley to lead things off.
transmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
A Longoria 2-out RBI single. It's 1-0 Giants. As Hundley's going to lead it off, followed by Williamson and Hansen. Pitch number 66 for Chen. And a strike. Right. Foul back, 0-2. I don't even know what you call it.
I don't think there's a way to describe that thing.
Home run sculpture.
Sure. Why not? Flamingos. Anytime you got flamingos, you're doing all right.
You have flamingos in your front yard? I wonder what would happen if I dropped a flamingo in our front yard. Not a real one, just one of the metal ones. Hundley out for the second time. Swinging. 4 strikeouts for Chen. Here's Matt Williamson. And if you're not from Miami, you probably don't get it. But if you're from South Florida, you get it.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. There's definitely some light bulbs missing.
Left from, well, Giancarlo Stanton was taking BP and even during the regular season. Very high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mac Williamson. And this last trip was 2 for 8 as he breaks his bat, and that's foul. It broke it in half.
That is how you break it. Make sure you don't get a splinter. It's a fastball in, just keeps cutting in, and it's got to be an awkward feeling as a hitter when you just got a handle. That's all you got.
That ended up being on your baseball card next year. It's 1-2. Got him. Yeah, the note that we just got is Derek Jeter does not like it. He wants it removed. The artists in the city, however, are saying no, it's got to stay. See who wins that battle.
Wasn't cheap, I know that.
Here's Hansen. Hansen struck out in the second. He shoots this one foul and out of play. Hundley, Williamson, Hansen, and Bumgarner, they're responsible for all the strikeouts that Chen has. 1-2. Off the line and left is Mabin. Everybody else pretty much straight away. This is a one-hopper to Rivera, and that'll end the inning. Anderson, Realmuto, Mabin coming up.
by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Cresco, your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental with 19 stores to serve you in Northern California.
Here in Miami, it's a 1-0 lead for the Giants as Bumgarner to face Brian Anderson, who reached on a Longoria error in the first. Then Realmuto and then Maben. Bumgarner with pitch number 44, and there's a call strike. A get it in first pitch breaking ball. Buster off the line at first. Everybody else straight away. Get off the plate 2-1. Hansen also you would consider playing Anderson to pull. McCutcheon on the move, hit pretty well, and gone. That's a very impressive opposite field home run for Brian Anderson. It's 1-1.
Brian Anderson's been seeing left-handed pitching really well this year. Hit 294 coming into the ball game, and nice piece of hitting there. 2-1. Try to get the slider away. Not a bad pitch by Bumgarner, but even better swing by Anderson, being able to drive it all the way over there. And that'll tie the game.
Here's Realmuto. Takes outside. Swing. You ain't gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hammered to left. So Realmuto is going to have a double. So here in the 4th, a bit stressful with Cameron Maben coming up.
Realmuto got a fastball, 1-1 fastball, and he was able to keep his hands in, barrel it up, pull it, hit it down the left field line, and now they got a runner in scoring position with a guy who also likes to hit these lefties.
Popped out to Buster Posey in the 1st. Crawford's got this one, and in plenty of time he throws him out. From where we're at, you can't tell how hard the ball is hit, and off the bat it looked like it might very well get into center field.
Not an easy play, a guy that has some speed, but Crawford just makes it look easy.
Very easy.
Real quick with the transfer, able to get it right into that, throwing a hard throw to first, and he was out by about 4 steps.
Here's Justin Bohr, who bounced out to Buster Posey. And he takes a strike. This is what we have on StatCast. We've seen balls hit pretty well to right prior to that, and McCutchen just barely had to move. So I just was under the assumption that that was going to be an out. Certainly not something that was going to go over the wall.
No.
Roll to Buster Posey again. It's a fair ball. And Remuto will move to third. 2 outs. Here's Brinson, who hit a towering pop-up that was caught by Hansen in the second. And that runs inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Hooked foul. It's going to carry him right out to Mac Williamson.
Smart play, the underrated play. Just go ahead and roll it.
I'm sorry, I got to turn around and throw in the bar.
Okay.
Looks a little dead in the bar right now.
Would wake him up a little bit.
2 balls and a strike. It used to be the Clevelander. Three and 1. Bumgarner clearly wanting to go after Brinson. As Javi mentioned, he's a tall hitter, a long-armed hitter. And those are the guys you want to pound inside. Struck well. Hernandez looking up. Off the top of the wall. It's not a home run. Brinson can fly. He's going to end up at third. So it's 2-1.
Right off the top of the wall. Nice job by Mac to be able to hustle over back up the play. I'm sure the Marlins are going to take a peek. They're all looking around. Mattingly's waiting for the phone call. They might ask him to take a peek. Looked like it hit the yellow. I think they're going to ask him. Yep, they're going to go under the hood and take a look.
Well, you can definitely see what a long-armed hitter can do if he gets extended.
And this replay review is presented by Xfinity. I mean, normally you'd have to clear the wall, but so I'm not familiar with the ground rules here.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I get why Mattingly wants to look at it, but that's a wasted 5 minutes. So the hitter's going to be Rojas. Lots hit a fly ball to right field in the second. And here he takes high and wide. Bumgarner working the umpire some more. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
Looks like Hundley wanted it too. He's shaking his head.
Two and 0. Brinson did not miss knocking one out by much. And that's out of play. 2 balls and a strike.
It is the beauty of baseball that you can draw up the diamond however you want it.
Yeah,
you
you're
put
right.
whatever dimensions you want, whatever look.
And then after the end of the season, you want to change it, you can change it. You can't change it in between innings. 3 balls and a strike.
And the Marlins have changed it here already. Brought it in a little bit. They've changed bullpens a couple times.
McCutchen with room. And that'll end the inning. So Bum's going to have another word with the young umpire. VIP experience on Saturday the 23rd. You attend a pregame panel with some of your favorite alumni from '02, Baker, Bell, Nen, Reeder, Schmidt. You'll do that in Triples Alley. Also receive a complimentary food and beverage and a Kirk Reeder bobblehead. sfgiants.com/special events. Is Bumgarner on 1 pitch, lifts it into center field. 1 pitch, 1 out. So here's Gorky Hernandez, who's been on twice. A single in the first and then a walk in the third. The walk in the third eventually it became the first run and only run in this game for the Giants.
The top 3 in the order, the ones doing the damage. Knew that coming in against Chen. And now they're 3 for 5 with a walk and a run scored.
So pitch number 80. 2-0. Seven hits in the game. The Giants with 4. The Marlins with 3. Three and 0. Rookies with 7 home runs on the year.
Imagine he's taken a couple.
I think so. And the walk. So here's Buster Posey. Buster singled in the first and then hit a ball well to left field, but was caught on the track for an out. On the ground, Rojas, and it's not in time, and it may be that Castro came off the bag too soon. This would be a break if this call holds up.
Yeah, Mattingly once again wants some time to think about it.
Because I think the throw beat Gorky Hernandez.
Yeah, the backhand then ends up hitting the knee. Good try. Once they got some Exmo, that is going to be real close. Yep, he's going to want another look. This replay review is presented by Xfinity. Going to take another look. Look very bang bang, but obviously now they're going to get that super slow mo. Maybe we'll figure it out. All right, I'll say it. Not enough to overturn in my book.
And we're looking at the replay on the board here at Marlins Park. And remember, all it has to do is touch the glove. It doesn't have to be in the pocket. Best view we have.
Good toss by Rojas. Threw a strike. I don't know, one he looks safe, the other one he looks out.
Yeah. This could be inconclusive. I agree with you. And that really is safe. It'll be a base hit for Buster Posey.
Donnie's got to be pretty happy with his replay crew.
Absolutely. McCutchen 1 for 2. Again, Gorky Hernandez in scoring position for the 3rd time in this game. Look out, and that's foul. That's why the netting is up, for that very reason. On foul balls hit like that. Foul ball again. This one over the backstop, and it's 0-2.
Gorky's getting a good secondary. Just got to kind of be careful. Castro sneaking in behind for a back pick or something.
And a base hit to left. This is going to tie the game. Buster Posey's going to go for 3. Here's the throw. Not in time. Buster draws the throw, which allows McCutchen to go into second, and this game is tied. So the top of the order doing it.
McCutchen again swinging a hot bat. Getting rewarded for it. Great hustle play by Gorkys to get to second base on that fielder's choice. Sets this up right here. Mislocated fastball, trying to go up with it, stays down. He just puts his barrel right on there, puts the good wood on that one. Nice swing. Think it to all the way. See that ball go down in the corner. Easy score for Gorkys. And like you mentioned, Buster hustling around to draw the throw to third. No way you're going to get McCutchen at second, and Giants got action.
So Juan Nieves comes out, the pitching coach.
The Giants did a nice job this weekend too, being able to answer. They gave up a couple to the Nats. They came right back and they answered. And see it here. And like you mentioned, the top of the order.
Marlins have had it. There's only one guy that actually throws like Ziegler, so that has to be Ziegler, the bullpen.
It sure is. Not used to seeing him be the first guy out of the pen.
But if you're going to use him, this would be the spot to do it. Instead, they're going to walk Longoria to face the hottest hitter in the world. As Bobby mentioned earlier, he's been really terrific at home.
And they're just banking on the lefty-lefty matchup. Crawford hitting .329 coming into the game against lefties. And a ball.
Well, that ruins the whole inning for the Marlins. They had everything set up. Lefty to face lefty. And a block. And the Giants take the lead.
And a lot of good came in. Obviously, you're scoring a run, you're advancing the runners, but double plays out the window. Now you got to play the infield in.
And now they'll walk Crawford intentionally. And now Mattingly's going to make the move. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and auto service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back. You're going to get a Cubano.
Yeah, you got to get the Cubano there. Look at that. Getting the ham, then you get a little piece of pork. You get the Swiss cheese, pickle. It's not that guy's first time. Look at that.
I definitely think he's showing off for the camera.
Yeah, man, that is nice. I'm hungry.
I've already cut three of my fingers off while I'm making that sandwich. All right, bases are loaded. It's Ziegler facing Hundley.
He's coming off for a 29th time. He's had a rough go, giving up 37 hits in those 27 innings, just 18 punchies, 319 opponent batting average. Not the Ziegler that the Giants have come to know and see.
3 for 14 lifetime. Hundley against Ziegler. McCutchen, Longoria, Crawford. 2 balls and no strikes. McCutchen with a line drive base hit. Longoria walked intentionally. Crawford walked intentionally. Hundley is, however, hitting .435 with runners in scoring position this year. Not close, 3-0. It's be hard for a guy that throws like Ziegler to try to find your release point if you're struggling from where he throws it from.
Yeah, definitely no room for error, no margin for error here. You got to come back in the zone. It's definitely take sign.
And he probably did throw a strike, but because he was all over the place, he didn't get the call. And Hundley's not going to argue. He's going to take the walk in the RBI. And it's a run batted in.
Yeah, as a submariner, he's normally been a great strike thrower. He's disappointed, and I can understand why. But just like you mentioned, when you're all over the zone, you're not going to get that call. And Rayak has actually had a pretty consistent zone, I feel like.
Mac Williamson. Mac Williamson looks at a strike. Yeah, I think he's been pretty good today. Mac Williamson is 0 for 2. Chance to break this game wide open. Takes a healthy rip. 0-2.
It's one he wishes he had back. Saw it right out of the hand, saw it well, got the foot down. Just enough late life on that sinker to top it foul. Now he's got a battle.
They got a battle, and it's likely 0-2. He's just going to keep going further and further away. 4 walks in the inning. 2 intentional. See where Real Muto sets up. Got him down and in. So that's disappointing for Mac Williamson. And here's Hansen. You go back to that at bat, and even though Ziegler threw 4 straight pitches to Hundley that were out of the strike zone, the very first pitch that he threw to Williamson was probably the best pitch.
Yeah, split the plate, middle. And you want to have a productive out in that situation. You want to try to get the ball into the outfield, do something. But on the bright side, you've turned Hansen around to his hotter side. And again, no place to put him. Ziegler taking a long walk, messing around with the rosin bag as you look at the bases loaded there. And Hansen's been putting together some great at bats. Great take. Ziegler begging already. Asked for an appeal. No.
Ziegler actually asked.
Yeah. DeMuro saying no.
I didn't know you could do that. There are your base runners. It's Longoria, Crawford, and Hundley.
Your Hansen, 1 pitch, 1 spot.
This is it. Drives it into left center field, but it's Brinson who's got room, and in the gap he makes the catch. Giants take the lead. It's 4-2.
video with hashtag Hats Off for Heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Giants with a 3 spot in the 5th. And we're still in the 5th. So this is the Marlins half of the 5th, 4-2. Giants, it'll be Rivera. And then we're going to see a pinch hitter. And then Castro. J.B. Shuck is on deck. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Rivera struck out looking on a 3-2 pitch. Just off the plate and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 65 pitches for Bumgarner. I'm assuming, Javi, that he's good to go for 90.
I would think so, and he's really only had 1 stress inning so far, throwing the ball real well. You'd like to see the Giants stretch out a lead a little bit more, give him a little bit longer leash. But this bullpen's been throwing the ball really, really well.
So 3-1. Crawford. Posey.
Well, we were talking about it earlier that Bum's been able to just kind of change it. Again, this is only his 2nd start now, but last time out you saw him throw the changeup 70% of the time, and he does not do that very often. As you can see, it's really pretty much his rookie year. The 2010 outings and 2012 was the last time you've seen those kind of percentages to have that. And then that's another pitch, another great weapon for him if he can get that, since he pitches in so much on these right-handed hitters. If he's able to develop that changeup and trust it, he got 8 outs with it his last start, and I think it's something that bodes well for the future.
Here's Shuck. And just off the plate, and now Bumgarner is very unhappy. I don't know. How can you tell he's unhappy?
I don't know. You could hardly tell. Right? He's one heck of a poker player.
There's a called strike. Shuck is 16 for 88. That's a 182 average. As a pinch hitter, he's 3 for 23. Foul back and out of play, 2-2.
As angry and as frustrated as Bum is with the strike zone at this point, he's also probably extremely happy not only to have the lead, but he gets to lead off again. That's
right. The 2 innings the Giants have scored, he's led both innings off. This is popped up. Crawford's actually going to let Hansen make a play. If you're in the opposing dugout and you watch Bumgarner try to work the umpire, it'd be really hard not to yell at him. It would.
Yeah, you're right.
And I don't think he really cares, to be honest with you.
No, not at all.
He might like to know who the person is that's yelling at him.
You see the best in the game do it, though.
Strike to Castro.
You're the leader. You're the ace of the staff. You set the tone.
One ball and 1 strike. Swing. Ain't gonna miss.
Really nice slider down and in. You don't see Castro take too many swings like that. Nice pitch by Bum. Well executed. Sets up inside target. Late life, late action.
Hit well to left. Mac Williamson is going to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Shutdown inning.
Artists. It's the inaugural Battle of the Bay Art Show. Go to NBCSportsBayArea.com/Battle of the Bay Art to enter for a chance to get your Giants or A's artwork featured at the Bay Bridge Series. All mediums accepted. We cannot wait to see your work. NBCSportsBayArea.com/Battle of the Bay Art.
Yeah. That'll be fun. It's 4-2 Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up in repair experts. It's Drew Rasinski facing Madison Bumgarner. On the ground sharply to Rivera. One pitch, one out.
He's not wasting much time tonight.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Get
no.
One pitch and get in and sit down.
Yep.
Here's Gorky Hernandez, who started both rallies with walks in this game.
You look at Brzezinski's numbers coming out just for the 4th time. Called up not too long ago, got his first big league win. And he's really got all kinds of pitches. He throws about 5 different pitches: 4-seamer, sinker, slider, cutter, splitter. You're going to see the kitchen sink.
And a strike to Gorky Hernandez, who's walked twice and he's singled. Mr. Posey to follow. And a half swing and a wave at it. It's 0-2.
It's kind of what happens when you're facing guys that you haven't seen before. As you can see him digging in for that split finger grip. The advantage is always on the pitcher's side. Take a look at the splitter now. It looks like.
And a one hopper. It's 1-2.
See the forkball grip really working on it, locking it in.
And he threw a 93-mile-an-hour fastball and a swing and a miss. 2 down. Buster's got a couple of hits tonight. The best scouting report I guess Buster could get was just sitting in the on-deck circle watching.
Yeah, there's info for every pitcher, everybody, but until you lay eyes on it, just never quite sure what you're going to get.
Look out.
Hadn't had one of those in a while. I feel like it's been a little bit since Buster's tossed one of those bats.
Yeah, I think it's a good sign. Dig back in, playing first base tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike. Look out. Almost ran into that one. 2-1. Got the elbow guard on after getting plunked in that. Is that the Philadelphia series? It was.
Yes.
On the ground to third. More work for Rivera. And that'll end the inning. So nice inning for Rosinski. Bumgarner coming back out. Credit. Pack started only $99. Don't miss out on all the culinary delights at the ballpark. Enjoy a slice of Tony's Pizza or Ghirardelli Hot Fudge Sundae. You can do that on us. sfgiants.com/family for tickets. A drive to Mac Williamson. No, it shoots past Mac Williamson. And Brian Anderson has become a thorn into the side of Madison Bumgarner. Kind of ambushed him on the first pitch.
First pitch, Hutton got it, drove it into the gap. Look at the pitch, just trying to locate the breaking ball away. Does a decent job with it. Leaves it up just enough to get a good swing on it, good barrel, good extension, and find himself at second base.
Here's Realmuto, who doubled in the 4th. Doubled down the left field line. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. 79 pitches for Bumgarner.
you're probably getting the usual yoga class that goes on in the bullpen about this time. 5th, 6th inning, guys getting loose.
Maben is on deck. Cued to Buster. Everybody's safe.
Well, there's the tweener play that you practice in February and March, and then you never hope it ever comes into play. Just cued off the end of the bat. Bumgarner goes for it, backs away, goes for it again. Buster not knowing what to do there either. The pitcher kind of dictates what's going to happen there. They got to communicate. They didn't. Now it's 1st and 3rd.
Maben is 0 for 2. A pop-up and a ground ball to Crawford. High and wide, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. There's Maranta getting ready and getting ready quickly. Hit out to right. McCutcheon spins around a couple of times. He's going to make the catch. It'll be a sacrifice fly. It's 4-3 with 1 out. So Maben gets the job done. And here's Bohr. High and wide, 1-0.
Bum again, frustrated with the strike zone, wanted that one. Bohr's rolled over 2. So you take another look at Maranta getting hot. Looking for a ground ball right here, get out of the inning. See if Bohr can hook him up one more time with that.
Well, both of Bohr's ground balls went to Buster Posey. And both those ground balls did not come with Posey holding on the runner.
Last time he had a 2-0 count, he took the fastball. I can't imagine he'd be doing it again.
Who knows? This could be Bumgarner's last hitter. It's 3-0. Huntley had to stop Rayak from going back out and saying something to Bumgarner.
3-0 fastball down, kind of getting that paint pellet a little bit off the plate. Nice job. Seen it called tonight. Didn't get it. And that's going to be it for Bum.
Well, now what you have to do is you have to worry that Bum doesn't get a bunch of stuff off his chest when he walks by.
I think you're going to let Bochy handle that. He's not taking him out.
So the hitter is Brinson.
Let's take another look at that. We've seen it called. Just didn't get it there, but Bum again 1 pitch away getting out of the inning. You want to just manage the inning. That's what he's telling himself here. Get ahead, stay ahead, and use your head when you're facing Brinson at this point.
1-0. Brinson tripled high off the wall in center field, about as high off the wall as you could get. Taps it foul to even the count. If you're Crawford and Hansen, you got to turn the double play quickly. Brinson runs extremely well. Two balls and a strike. Rojas on deck. Bumgarner now has reached the 90 pitch mark. And a base hit. Here comes Mac Williamson. His throw is going to be offline, and this game is tied. So the infield hit ends up scoring. And now Bruce Bochy will indeed go get Bumgarner. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. Well, what's he going to do with the home plate umpire, Jeremy Rayak, and they end up getting kicked out of the game. And in order for Rayak to save face with his other umpires, he's got to do that.
Yeah, you're right. And that's just frustration on Madison's part. Manager had faith in him to get the out. He did too. He had the confidence, and he just gave up the knock to tie the game, and just frustration. That's all that is.
Here's Rojas, who's 0 for 2. And a healthy fastball and a healthy rip, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Rojas has hit 2 balls to Andrew McCutchen in right field. Bohr, who walked, is at second. Brinson is at first, who just singled.
Think he was all in on that pitch.
0-2. By the way, it happens to be just a really nice play by Unley.
Yeah, I was going to say, nice job keeping him front, handled it very well. Take another look at this slider. It's just in the other batter's box, but nice job by Hundley to hop on over, keep it in front, keep the double play in order. And now Morante's got a chance to get some chase.
One and two.
Overcooked the slider a little bit, backed up.
One and two.
Once again, can make him chase, make him reach for something. Hit your pitch.
Well, that wasn't it. 2 and 2.
Not what I had in mind, but another nice play by Hundley.
And a check swing. It's 3 and 2. So 0-2 to 3-2. And Morante really has only had one pitch that was actually in the strike zone. Rojas helped him out on the second pitch, but after that, nothing's been close. It's 3 and 2. And hit to Hansen, and a double play. Where was Brinson going? I do not know. Game is tied. It's 4-4. Jen started, and he came out in the 5th inning. Bumgarner came out in the 6th. McCutchen 2 for 3. He's got an RBI in the double. Anderson's been really the hitting star for the Marlins. Also, Gorky Hernandez has been on base 3 times. Raczynski to face McCutchen, Longoria, and Crawford in a 4-4 game. 1 ball and no strikes. McCutchen has 2 hits.
The Giants have done a nice job answering when the Marlins have scored. Marlins vice versa. So it's time for McCutchen to get this party started.
Here's the 1-1 off the end of the bat, foul. 1 and 2. Look out. He hit him. McCutchen did everything he could to try to get out of the way. I don't think it was one of those where you're going to feel for a long time. Easy for me to say.
Has a split fingers. You can see the grip there. Just got away from him. Hopefully it hit that guard perfectly. Kind of looks like it did. Yep.
Yeah, he actually got him pretty good. Here's Longoria. A base hit in the third. He's 1 for 2. McCutchen with 4 steals. He's 4 out of 5. Still runs very well. Right on the inner half of the plate. It snowballs in 1 strike. Conley, the lefty. McCutchen with his lead. Pretty good rip and a foul back. It's 0-2. Crawford on deck, and then Hundley. Big gap between Moore and Castro. Ooh, 1 and 2.
Good take. Better not take it again.
No.
Trying to get that fastball down and ends up actually hitting the top quadrant, but Rayak not on it.
That defensive alignment now we see a lot of, where the outfield's pulled all the way over to the right, the infield pulled all the way over to the left. Just looks odd. The open spots on the field are at second base and in left field. Runs inside. It's 2 and 2.
And I think it's a lot of the case. Obviously there's numbers for everything now, but there's not the 2-strike approach that you see anymore. There's nobody spreading out, choking up on the bat, trying to make contact. They're just trying to take their normal swing so you can keep these shifts.
Runner goes. Swinging a base hit to right field, just like we were talking about. And I guess we just found out that Anderson kid's got a pretty good arm. Wow. So a nice at bat from Longoria. Here's Crawford. I'm saying, well, why is Anderson even throwing? And then it came out of his hand.
Here's McCutchen running, checking to see what happens. Sees the base hit, makes the easy turn, but all of a sudden he's like, I better turn it on real quick just in case. Strong throw. Forces Mattingly's hand again.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back.
Nominate a student athlete you know at NBCSports.com/fairplay, and they could be featured on TV. NBCSports.com/fairplay.
Adam Conley is the new pitcher, and he's having a good year. And he's going after Brandon Crawford.
He's coming off for the 9th time over a strikeout an inning. Lefties, as you see, hitting 176 off him. You got to be ready for the big fastball. Mid-90s fastball. Will throw a changeup to the lefties as well. Mid-80s.
Crawford ready, and he wraps it into left field, and a diving catch by Maben. Longoria's got to hustle back. He does, and the Giants retake the lead. Another terrific at bat from Brandon Crawford, and a truly terrific play in left field by Maben.
Really was. That's a frustrated Brandon Crawford. Happy. I mean, it's you can't hit it any better. Maben with a great play. Nice hustle play by Longoria to get back. He was already at second base. See the jump he goes. You're thinking this is in the gap. Extra bases for sure. Maben, great catch. Turns, fires it back in, and Longoria hustling back.
Yeah, a lot going on in that play. Here's Hundley. Hundley walked with the bases loaded in the 5th. Here's what Javi Lopez is talking about. Longoria said, well, that's in the gap. I'm going to go. And oh, no. And he really did have to hightail it back.
He did. But the Giants answer again.
Hundley with kind of a soft swing and a foul back. And a healthier rip that time. It stays at 0-2.
He's basically a 2-pitch guy to these right-handed hitters this year, throwing that mid-90s fastball, backing it up with the changeup. On the bright side, the Giants saw a lot of this with Gio Gonzalez this past weekend. Fastball change combos.
Hundley up and in, 1-2. Not a lot of action around the major leagues. Games that would be of interest to the Giants would be Arizona and Pittsburgh, and that game is just about ready to get underway. Hundley fouls it back again. San Diego is playing in St. Louis tonight. The Dodgers and the Rockies, well, they have the night off. 1-2. And a soft toss to first. Or as John would like to say, those two teams are on assignment. Yeah, I'm listening to him say that Kipe is on assignment while I'm sitting on my couch listening to him.
Well,
clearly that must have been my assignment. Swing, you're going to miss. Hundley out, and here's Mac Williamson. See John on the left. He's got the perfect shirt for this area. Dave on the right, Darren Chan in the middle. A lot of wires going on in that. Yeah. Now we want to throw some water in that booth.
Organization not key there.
There's a swing and a miss by Williamson. Williamson probably thinking he's going to get that healthy fastball on the first pitch and did not. And a 3-pitch. See you later. Giants take the lead. It's 5-4.
your tickets, enjoy check-in offers, exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
Giants with a 5-4 lead. Maranta got the last 2 outs in the 6th inning on the line drive double play. And here he'll face Rivera. And then a pinch hitter. And then Castro. Not exactly sure who Bruce Bochy would like to stay away from. Looking at,
if he's sticking with what he's been doing, he would think Melanson he'd want to try to stay away from, keep him on an every other day kind of plan.
Dyson, Watson, and Strickland did not pitch on Saturday. They did, however, pitch yesterday. Here it's 2-0. It's 3-0. JT Riddle is on deck. A little bit wild, you're not going to get it.
That'll frustrate the skipper. Come to the top step now. We'll bring Kurt Young out. A little conversation.
Dyson starting to play catch. I'll say this, certain parts it's kind of hard to locate where the mound visits are. Not in this one. It's very prominent.
They do a nice job up there.
Their scoreboard.
They got a huge scoreboard. They're using every inch of it.
It's a good scoreboard. See the mound visits. Riddle. In tight. Riddle shows bunt. Do not know if he's bunting. He could be taken all the way. The fact that Maranta has been able to throw a strike. Rivera does not have a steal. And that doesn't mean he won't go. He does have a pretty good lead. 2-0.
This is a guy Maranta's got to be attacking. Riddle's not having a good go to the year so far. He's out there to try to do a job, get a guy in scoring position, but doesn't seem like a very confident hitter at the plate numbers wise, and you just want to try to get these outs here when they're giving it to you.
So he gets the strike on the foul on the bunt attempt. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. And the runner goes, and there's the hit and run, and it's rolled foul. It's 2-2. Riddle made contact. But that's your job. If it is indeed the hit and run, you have to swing at it.
Yep. And Castro on deck, no helmet on, finally puts it back on. He's awful confident.
2-2. And now it's 3-2. That was the one pitch he had left. Now he's got to come in and throw a strike. And if Rivera was going earlier, you figure he's going to be going now as well.
Got to challenge him here. Saw him shake. Hopefully he's going to throw some sort of something down in the zone. You're hoping for a big swing out of Riddle. Just roll something over. Good idea to try to keep him close.
Runner goes, and he goes around, and the throw is bounced into center field. Riddle is out. It'll be a stolen base for Rivera.
Let's see the jump there. The appeal call, I think, is what I'm not sure if Rayak called that or if he appealed. Either way, Bochy's making the move.
It's going to be Dyson. So Dyson's going to come in with the tying run at second base and 1 out. We'll step aside. We'll be back. You can stream every NBC Sports Bay Area Giants broadcast on your desktop or mobile device. Giants games streamed on the go on the NBC Sports app. So Sam Dyson, who comes in. Dyson pitched an inning with a walk yesterday.
Coming on for the 31st time. Really been throwing the ball really well. See the opponent batting average under 200. Really commanding the lower part of the strike zone with not only the sinker but with the cutter and the changeup. Has to get the next 2 outs.
Castro is 0 for 3. Those at bats against Bumgarner.
So Rivera, not much of a runner, but Dyson is a little bit slow to the plate. Hanson's going to have to jockey him a little bit, keep him close.
And a strike on the inside corner. And that's exactly what Hanson's doing. And you're right, he has to do it.
better look at it here from this angle here. You see Handsome right behind the second base umpire. A couple steps, keep him close best you can to get back to your position.
Tap to Longoria. His throw will be in plenty of time. 2 outs. Here's Brian Anderson.
It's one of those hops can be a little tricky for the third baseman when it gets up. It gets into these lights.
You're right.
As you see Longoria just checking again. Just put his glove up. The one time the lights affect an infielder right there.
Anderson's been a pain, a home run and a double. And on the first pitch, he's going to tie the game. He's got his second double, and it's 5-5. So here's Realmuto.
Just first pitch hunting, sinker, runs in on the hands, just does a nice job keeping the hands inside the ball, able to flip it out into right.
All right, I'm impressed.
And with enough spin there and his kind of speed, an easy double.
Here's Realmuto. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Foul. Needless to say, the fact that Maranta walked the leadoff hitter put the tying run at first base, and that hitter Rivera has just scored.
Every leadoff runner for the Marlins this game has scored.
Outside, 1-2. Dyson a look to second. 2-2. Struck well into center field. Back is Hernandez. Gone. Seventh of the year. And it's 7-5.
And those two guys single-handedly just killing the Giants right now. Fastball leaks back middle of the plate. Just a great swing by Realmuto. Drives it dead center, but these guys, 2 home runs, 3 doubles, a single. 6 for 6 their last turns.
Here's Maben. And Maben takes high, 1-0. Miami has 8 hits. 3 Miami hitters in this lineup have all the hits. Anderson, Realmuto, and Brinson. That's foul and out of play.
Just like the Giants have been scoring, answering, the Marlins just doing the same thing, being able to come back and answer. And this is a team that's 11-20 at home. It's not like they have a home field advantage.
Two and 1 to Cameron Maybin. This is hit on the ground to Crawford. And that'll end the inning. Damage done. 3 runs, all after 2 outs. It's 7-5 Miami. Three. Have the game for you right at the top of the hour at 4 o'clock on NBC Sports Bay Area. It will be game 2 of this 4-game series, also streaming live on the NBC Sports app. When it's time for a change, Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. So Steckenrider to Hansen and a called strike.
Steckenrider's got a big fastball, a lot of strikeout, big strikeout guy against lefties. He's almost throwing fastball about 85% of the time, mid-90s. He's got a cutter of throw about upper 80s, but he's coming at you with the heat. Right-hander's pretty much the same package.
Riddle is now at short. Rojas moves to first. 0-2. There's Rojas and Riddle.
Hansen getting a little grip. Almost lost the bat last swing. Now he's in battle mode, trying to find a way to get on base. For the big fella on deck.
Little pop up behind second, and Riddle will make the play. And here's Sandoval. So Sandoval hitting with Gorkis Hernandez on deck. Sandoval overall hitting at 282. And there's that healthy fastball you're talking about. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 2.
There's a cutter. Nice pitch there. Down and in. Locked him up. Another Giants hitter. It's in battle mode. Pablo looking fastball probably here.
And that's what he gets, and he fouls it back. Giants need a base runner to get the tying run to the plate. One and 2.
Pablo's reinvented itself this season, taking pitches, working counts. I think he's swinging now 4 or 5 first pitch fastball or first pitches at all. Served him well. Just like that, he's even the count.
Oh, 2 to 3-2.
Great eye, great take. Those Marlins, again, they're rebuilding, they're reloading. They have an established home field advantage. They can be had here. And the Giants offense is confident.
Got him. So Sandoval out on the 3-2 pitch, and here's Gorkys Hernandez.
Challenge fastball, paint pellet down and away. Pitcher's pitch. Take a look from over top, and that's just paint. Not the zone Pablo was looking at.
Hernandez is 1 for 2. He's been on base 3 times. Healthy rip, and it's a ball and a strike. They're underway in Arizona. The Diamondbacks and Pirates. Pirates scored in the first inning. 2-1. And a base hit, which is going to get Buster Posey to the plate.
Gorky's continuing with great at bats. Drives that one up the middle. Now you're just one swing away from tying it up. Really having a great year so far, Gorkys Hernandez.
He is. 2 hits for Buster Posey. 1 ball and no strikes. Buster's always liked a healthy fastball. And he got it. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Looking at percentages that he throws it against these right-handers, it's right around 70% of the time. And when it's not, it's still a hard cutter. It's basically a two-pitch pitcher. He does have a slider that he'll throw every once in a while. We haven't seen it yet.
1-2. Hit to right in the park to Anderson, and that'll end the inning. It remains 7-5 Marlins. We'll be back. Coverage of that parade right here on NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's going to start at 9:30. So stick with the team you've been with all season long for the best parade coverage in the business. (7-5) Marlins, and the new pitcher is Corey Guerin.
Here's a look at Corey Guerin coming on for the 29th time. Numbers aren't what you're used to seeing out of Corey Guerin. I thought he really threw the ball well last time out. Really started getting the ball back down in the zone, striking with the sinkers and the sliders and changeup. But he's given up those 30 hits. It's just a matter of when he's ahead to expand a little bit better than he has been.
It's Derek Dietrich who's hitting. And Dietrich takes the ball. Dietrich, and then Brinson, and then Rojas. Tapped foul. 1 ball and 1 strike for the Giants in the 9th inning. It'll be McCutchen, Longoria, and Crawford. Out of play on the foul. It's 1-2. Bear Claw, the Kyle Bearclaw, the local kid, will try to get the last 3 outs. He's taken over for Brad Ziegler in the closer's role. One and two.
And that's what I'm talking about there. Last few outings with Corey. He's down in the zone, 1-2 count, catching a little too much plate. When you're trying to get that strikeout back foot or something. Want to go with the best commanded pitcher you can throw.
Work for Mac Williamson in left field. One out here in the 8th.
And that was a well executed fastball in.
And here's Brinson. Brinson's hurt the Giants. He's got a couple of RBIs. Came in hitting 163. Doesn't look like a 163 hitter.
No. Got his first triple of the year.
Two and 0. Three and 0 with Rojas to follow. And he gets the call. It's been Bumgarner, Maranta, Dyson, and now Guerin. Three and two, and here in the game one of a 4-game series, there are no off days on this trip. I believe I read starting out Friday night the longest stretch of the year for the Giants as far as having to play consecutive games. Hit out to right, but it's going to be out of play.
With a long trip to finish the trip from here out to LA.
A couple of places you don't like to end on a long trip would be Colorado because of the conditions, and then Los Angeles. Popped up. Longoria, and it'll be Hundley who makes the play. The next off day for the Giants will be June 25th. And that'll be in between a series between the Padres and Rockies at home.
If there's a silver lining going to LA, it's the fact that you can actually get that day game getaway. Seemed like every year you would never get the day game.
That's correct. Thursday will be a day game. You fly back to the West Coast, you get to pick up 3 hours. By the way, have we talked at Cueto and Samardzija threw today, correct?
That's right. They both threw today. Looks like Samardzija's thrown really well. They both thrown well, but it looks like Samardzija might be headed out on a rehab soon. There's a look at him right there. Cueto also up on the bench. It's encouraging news.
And it sounded like Cueto was happy with the way he threw. I found it interesting back home, and they said, well, no, Cueto's going to throw on flat ground, and then before they knew it, they turned around, he's on the mound.
That's right. There's talks of a sim game for Cueto, depending on how he's feeling, or throwing to some live hitters, I should say.
Here's the 0-2 to Rojas, and that'll end the inning. And the Giants, facing Bear Claw, the Marlins closer, will send up McCutchen, Longoria, and Crawford. It's a 7-5 lead for the Marlins as we go to the top of the ninth. And here's Kyle Bearclaw, who is going to try to get the last 3 outs. And he's been really good.
He's been really, really good. You see the 9 hits in the 27 and the third innings, almost a strikeout an inning. And since May 11th, he has made 12 scoreless appearances, just 1 hit allowed.
Wilcox High School in Santa Clara, went to St. Mary's.
Right-handed hitters are going to see fastball, slider, changeup, mid-90s on the fastball, hard slider, 79. Lefties are going to see the changeup a little bit more often.
And on the first pitch at 94, it's high and foul and out of play. And that's foul again. Look out. Lefty went down. Oh, maybe your union's dirty. That's a good sign. Maybe a little embarrassed.
Oh. Slipped out of the blocks.
This guy probably thought, you know, I had a chance maybe to get a date being a ball boy down the right field line. Not now.
Well, 6,000 people checking it out.
And McCutchen stays alive. This may be one where the Cardinals would like to have him back. He was traded to Miami for Steve Cishek in 2015. He's good.
He is really good.
McCutcheon takes high. Giants need a base runner for Longoria and Crawford. On the ground, Riddle. 1 out. One of those ground balls that looks routine, but there was no margin for error. You got to make it.
Came and got it. Carried his momentum towards the base. Strike thrown, 1 away.
Here's Longoria. Longoria swings and fouls it out of play. He's been on base 3 times. And he's been in the middle of every Giants rally in this game as he shoots this one. It's Rojas who's going to take a hit away from Longoria. Wow, great play.
Great play. It's one of those you play over as far as you can, as long as you feel comfortable getting back to the bag. So he's playing in that 4-hole. Still has to lay out and make a play for it, and man, kudos to him. Nice piece. Nice piece of defense right there.
So it's left up to Crawford to get on base for Hundley. And a called strike. Crawford goes around and a quick 0-2. Giants are down to their last strike. Oh, 1-2. The ball game. So the Giants come into South Florida. They had a head of steam and a back and forth game, and I thought you hit the nail on the head. Anderson and Real Muto were the difference in this game.
Yeah, coming into the game, Real Muto was hitting 189 against left-handed pitching, doing all his work against the righties, and once the righty came in, he blasted the big homer in the center that really put the game away. But you know, 3 more chances at this. The Giants battled back. They just ran out of it at a time.
So reset and get after them tomorrow. Final score: Marlins 7, Giants 5. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for Giants postgame live presented by Toyota, and that's going to start right now.